My top 20 Seoul cafes. I am refilming this intro part because at first I had 16 cafes and then I actually realized I forgot 2 cafes that are pretty cool. So I'm making it 20. Some cafes that I will include at the end I haven't been to, so this is my disclaimer for that. But otherwise I've been to most of them and I can recommend them. Honestly, except the top 5 almost, the numbers don't really fully matter. The under top 5 is kind of like, I like them, but again, top 5 is where it's at, but I will leave that for the last. Also, these cafes are very my type, especially in the top 5. It's a, I don't know, it's a very specific type of vibe in a way. If you're into, like, I put this up very quickly, by the way. It's just because I had my other posters down previously, but they were taken down because we're moving, but so we're kind of not moving right now actually, so I put this up very quickly because my wall felt very naked, but as you can see, like, this is the type of stuff I like. You can't fully see because I'm kind of covering it. So the context is I'm very specific about stuff and I find it hard to describe the specific stuff. Also, I feel like my experience of Seoul and the stuff I do there and hang out where I hang out is very specific and not almost like the regular Seoul that like you see. Seoul can have many very different types of vibes and I love that, but I also have a very specific vibe. And the vibe I like the best way to describe it is, first of all, trinkets. I go to all the trinket shops in Seoul basically. I feel like I've been to most of them, at least the ones I know of. I love Hongdae, not in the Hongdae clubbing way, because I hate how people on TikTok specifically have almost ruined like image of Hongdae. As soon as you say Hongdae and someone that has never been to Seoul thinks of Hongdae, they automatically think of those Hongdae boys and clubbing and all that stuff. Hongdae is so cool, at least for me, with like there's so many cool places that, specifically the trinket shops. And near that is also Yeonnam-dong. I feel like I tripped myself up with that. But also that area is also very trinket heavy and has a lot of shops like that. Also in both of these two areas, it's the trinket shops, but also a lot of them have like anime stuff. And the thing is, I'm not, because of those shops and those places and hangouts, like you'd think I'm very into anime, but I actually haven't watched a new anime and I don't know how long. I've rewatched Black Butler because I love Black Butler, but I like the almost vibes the anime spaces have, if that makes sense. It's like I just like figurines and gacha and stuff like that. And again, in Hongdae's perfect for that. There's so many anime trinket gacha shops there. And also, I really like J Fashion. I don't know, again, if you can tell or whatever, but I mean, this is also Baby Metal Club. They are a Korean brand, but they clearly do more like of a gyare type of style. The vibe here is trinket anime, somewhat J Fashion. Like, this is the vibe I like. And there's my like top 3 cafes that's the main vibe of in a way. So that's why they are my top 3 cafes. Also, I do think I'm quite qualified on this video topic. I spend so much time scrolling through my Instagram. You know when you can press find more, like, or not find more, but like you can have suggested accounts. I scrolled through so much of this. And also I scroll through Naver a lot. I'll show you a screenshot of my Naver maps. It's packed. I'm trying to also add places that I don't hear that much about. For some places here on this list, there's many TikTok videos about, they are known. But some places I feel like I've never really seen mentioned, at least like they're not that known. I don't know, internationally wise, I guess. I sometimes see Naver blogs about it. The very first cafe is Cafe, but it was very chill and I really liked it. It was very nice. I will say the issue, I guess, with this cafe is that it is in a very, very like almost far away place. Basically, I think it nearly took me like an hour by train. Maybe it was like 50 minutes, at least from my place. There is one really cute shop around the area that I went to and I love that shop and they also gave me freebies, so I was very happy. And again, it's obviously a trinket shop. When I went to this cafe, this was the day I went all over the line 2. I did the whole circle on line 2, the whole way around. So, but again, I think it's a very chill cafe. Would I really recommend it if, let's say, you're in Seoul for like a week, maybe even 2 weeks? Maybe not, because again, it is in a more isolated area. So that's why also it's like first on my list. But it is very nice. I like my bingsu, and because of also, I guess, no one was really there, it was very chill and like I could take pictures and videos and also just study. So next is Couch Potato. That cafe has a very chill vibe. You order for a tablet, by the way. You don't like talk to the people, like you order for an iPad. The next cafe here is also you buy for an iPad. I don't know, I just wanted to add that. That's the thing that scares me about trying new places, like you don't know what to expect. So I'm already telling you now, you can order from an iPad and not interact with people much. Yeah, I think this cafe had a very cute vibe. It's not fully like my usual vibe in a way. I went there for this cute dog cheesecake. And I guess this is where also I add another disclaimer that I went to a lot of these cafes, not fully for the enjoyment of the food. I went to many of these cafes for pictures. I just love taking pictures, okay? And I love having cute pictures, especially of food. The cheesecake wasn't fully my thing. It was okay, but I'm also very specific about the type of stuff I like. And also because you had to buy a drink, I bought a tomato drink not fully my thing. I don't think I personally enjoyed that. That's personal preferences here, man. The pictures I got were very cute though. Next, Melty Donut. And I went there during the time they had a High One Key collab. I was gonna go there anyway. Also, I feel like this is more of a cafe I would go with someone else. It's very cute, it's very nicely decorated. The food I had isn't personally just my thing. I felt very bad at it, and I also didn't like the drink either, but I'm very picky. I'm aware of that. So don't trust me on this. Next is Happy Puppy House. That was somehow hard to pronounce. I feel like I should give these cafes like points for different levels that they have, because some of these cafes I like because they have like very pretty food. Some of these cafes have good food. Some of these cafes are just simply like the actual cafe is nicely decorated, and that's why I like it. I would say this cafe is mainly known for its like very cute dog dessert. I will insert a picture of the cake. It is so cute, and the thing is, I will say it actually tastes good. I had some of it at the cafe and later asked for the rest to have it for takeout. I definitely went there for the cute dog dessert. Next is Cafe Tape. Tape? I don't know how you fully say it. Tape or tape? Like in my head I want to say tape, but maybe it's tape. I don't know. I think I've seen this cafe be more known previously. I haven't seen like many like recent videos about it or people discussing it. Also, it's another cafe that's in Itaewon, very close to the one I just mentioned. I went there on a rainy day, and also I stayed there for also maybe like 2 hours or something, and no one was there. I don't know if the hype just went down, because that happens a lot in Korea of new cafes opening up, and then people are excited about it, post about it on TikTok, and then later people get bored of it fast, and you know. And I wouldn't say like the design of the actual cafe is like wow anything. The dessert looks cool though. I feel like the point of it here. I think I just got a strawberry roll cake, but I enjoyed myself just taking pictures of the food. But again, this is the stuff I like, and yeah, I would still recommend going. Next cafe is Changi Bear Station. They also have a shop in that cafe. I also feel like they have another shop somewhere else, but don't quote me on that. I went there for my birthday because I wanted the cake, but I couldn't find really anywhere at the moment to have like the cake I wanted, so I went there and I got an ice cream. But this cereal in the ice cream, and like that really confused me. I don't know if this is like a thing in Korea. I've just never seen it before. But then again, I don't know if this is just me and I don't really know food that well, and I don't know, maybe this is like a standard dessert. I was surprised a bit by the cereal and ice cream, especially because it was like this very sugary cereal, and I'm not a fan of that. That's why I think some of these places, you're going there for the pictures mainly and the vibe, not particularly the food. And the shop is the actual also shop, because they sell again like their own products and other stuff on the bottom level, and then the top is the cafe. A lot of these cafes I also went to were pretty empty. I don't know if it's just the times I went there. I don't know, I felt like I went there pretty normal time, so I don't know. But other than that, I enjoyed my ice cream. And again, Changi Bear is very cute in general, like they have very cute stuff. Next is Koriko Cafe, which is in Yeonnam-dong. I love that area so much. Again, it's so perfect for me. So many trinket shops and so many cute cafes. I just love walking around that area. That's how I found most shops there. And this is also another more known cafe, I think. I went there last year. I didn't go there this time in Seoul because this is definitely a cafe if you're a Ghibli fan. If you're a Studio Ghibli fan, this is the perfect cafe for you. I really like Howlin' the Moving Castle, but I wouldn't per se call myself a fully Studio Ghibli fan. But if you are a Studio Ghibli fan, I would definitely recommend going. The desserts are very cute. Last time I went there, it was pretty busy, especially out of like comparing to the other cafes where I said this one there was like one person. This cafe was pretty busy. Also, by the time I went there, I think the desserts were like, most of them were sold out. And especially if you want like the cool looking desserts, obviously they're gonna get sold out first. So this cafe has a Ghibli shop that you can obviously buy merch from. And the building itself is super pretty. Just being there is very nice. Next cafe is Melting Off. I went there during the Unis? I don't know how you say the name. The collab they had with the girl group. And the cookie I had there was very nice. But in general, the cafe is pretty cute, even if you're not going there for a collab. I think it has 3 levels. The one where it's the cafe and you pick out your own food and then go to the till. And then the second level where you can sit inside. And I think there's an outside level. Next is plumbing. At least when I went there, it was pretty busy. But also, a lot of these cafes are pretty small. So 5 people there sometimes is busy. So what I had to do is get my Instagram and I got like a waiting spot, and I think I waited like an hour. So just be aware, if you go, there might be like a bit of a waiting period. And also first I got outside because of that, but people inside left, so then I got moved inside. But the outside seating is very nice as well. Again, I obviously went there really for the cute dessert. I didn't get the one I wanted the most because it was sold out. So probably go there at the end of the day if you are very like specific about that. I had another one that was same dessert type, but I think a different flavor. I don't fully remember, but I will include my pictures. It definitely felt very cozy, which also, again, I love Yeonnam-dong feels kind of cozy to me. It's, I don't know, it's just a very, like, a chill, cute area. I really like it. Next cafe, Overdeep. This cafe, you're obviously going there for the vibe. It's a sea-themed cafe, and it looks so cool. There is also 3 levels to this cafe. There's the first floor that's where you order your food. There's desserts. I particularly desserts are not my type, so I didn't order any. I just got it lemonade, I think. There's a second level with the main seating area, and there's like cool projections going on. It looks very cool. There's mirrors, you could take a bunch of photos there as well. And I also really like that it's like very dark, obviously, because of all the lights going on. It looks very cool. There's also a top level that's outside if you want. But also I feel like if you're going to this cafe, you're going there because of the sea theme there. So I don't know why you'd want to sit upstairs. Next cafe, Fila Bakery. I went and just got like a small cupcake. Overall, it's like a very chill modern cafe vibe. But again, the main point of this cafe is that the desserts do look very cute. But it was very nice as well. Actually, it did taste good, the one I had. It was a bit sweet. I don't think I finished all of the like frosting on the cupcake, but it was very nice. Next is Glitter and Songsu. I wanted to go to that cafe for a long time. Also, it's not open on all days, which a few of these cafes are. So I would say plan ahead, especially if you're going to Seoul, let's say for a short period of time. Plan ahead with this because a lot of cafes are like, let's say, closed sometimes even on weekdays. Some of them are almost like weekends only, so double check with that. Because this cafe, I went there once and then I was like, imagine if it's closed, and because I didn't check properly and it was closed. But when I did go there though, I think I went there like a few minutes after it opened, because also I was scared of going there too early and like standing outside and like the cafe's not open, because I went to a few places where like I went there like not even at like before opening or at opening times. I went there and I was like a few minutes early. One time I went somewhere half an hour later and it still wasn't open, and I was like, oh, I just felt awkward. I was like, is that when this is meant to be open? And I just didn't want to look stupid, so I specifically went to a Daiso that's nearby and and wasted time there. But then I went there and I just got in as like almost like the last table, because like this is another cafe where it's very small. I think I went on a Saturday, and because of that, again, it was pretty busy. I went there right as it opened. I first sat at a regular table, but then I just sat at like a table on my own because I was on my own, obviously. And there was like a few people already waiting outside. I had a milkshake, and I also had a little Hello Kitty cake, and that was so cute. The actual cake and flavor itself wasn't like my thing though. And the milkshake was a bit sweet for me personally, but maybe that's just milkshakes. And again, man, I'm not gonna lie, I went there for the pictures of the cute food. Which is why I would still recommend going. Now this is where we get into my top 3. Number 3 is Cafe Yuring. I went there on my last day in Seoul for this trip, and oh my god, I wish I went there sooner so I could have gone back. This is specifically in top 3 because I want people to go there because it was pretty empty when I went. But I was very surprised because this place is so freaking cute. I will say it's a bit more far out, so it was a bit more effort of going there, but no regrets, no regrets. I love that place. Also, the area it's in has quite a few cafes I like. I can't include them all here, but there's a lot of other cafes in the area. Perhaps if you're going on a short trip and let's say you're doing a day in Lotte World, this is around that area, so maybe this is where I would include it, because I would really recommend it. The place is very cute. They also have a little shop as well, I think also like trinket stuff and stuff like that. Again, completely my vibe, so I love it and I recommend it, and you should totally go. I will say the dessert I had that was like, again, the ice cream with cereal in it, and again, that's just not my thing. Like I like the ice cream, but then I get to the cereal and I'm like, what the hell is cereal here? I don't know, it confuses me. It's just not what I would have put together personally. But as I'm seeing, this is like a popular dessert, I guess. Number 2, and I will say these two cafes at the end are like kind of similar vibes, like, but this is like my top peak vibes that I like. So number 2 is Ling Ling, and I really wanted to go the last time, but I never did. Also, just for your information, if you do decide to go, the cafe kind of looks shut down to me, at least when I went there. There's no sunlight in this cafe. There's some lighting obviously in there, but otherwise there's no sunlight. It's all blocked out. It's a very specific mood. So again, low-key when I went, I was like, is this somehow closed and I missed that? I think I even went to like this other kind of place where there was like a staircase, and I was like, is it here then? Before that, like I saw there was 2 girls standing outside this place. I thought maybe it's the cafe, and then I went out and they were standing like right next to the door, and I was like, oh, sorry. Like they just saw me walking around stupidly, like looking for the place. But no, it's like, if you do go, it is on the main street. Do not go into like any building in a way. It's like right on the main street. But again, this place is like totally my vibe. I love it so much. The desserts are perfect. Again, in terms of looks, I don't know if I fully like the taste. I'm also not the biggest like fan of cakes fully. Again, when I was saying about like the specific vibe of trinkets, J-fashion, anime as well, I guess. A lot of the people I follow, again, is like this specific vibe. Those are the keywords I can like almost narrow it down to. Most people go to this cafe and then the last cafe I mentioned. And a lot of the pictures that you will see use the flash because of the dark lighting. The flash makes the pictures look better as well. It's like digicam pictures also with flash will be perfect. And like a lot of the times in those cafes, you see the flash going off from like everyone's, because everyone is obviously taking pictures of the food, and I love that. And I'm pretty sure that cafe also, just like the last one, sells their own stuff. Well, maybe not, I don't know if it was fully their own stuff, but like just like other cute stuff as well that you can buy there. Okay, my last cafe that I went to, and it's my number one cafe in Seoul, is Type of Baby. I love that cafe so freaking much. I would go there all the time if I could. So perfect. I love this cafe so freaking much. I know 2 members of Islet have like done like a video or something with it, or there was some collab. I'm not fully sure. I don't fully know. So it's so funny because I see a bunch of pictures and like edits of it on my TikTok, and it's this cafe. So I don't know if you have also seen pictures of them in this cute looking cafe or edits of it, because I'll see it just like in terms of, it's a very specific cute vibe. Okay, there's lots of cute vibes, but this is a very specific cute vibe. And this cafe is perfect for it. It's literally my favorite cafe in Seoul. The owner is super nice as well. I love that place so much. It's very dark, so you take those cool pictures with flash on for your food. The desserts are super pretty. I love that this cafe sells its own merch and stuff, which is very cute. And again, if you're also into very specific vibe, you will really like this cafe. So that was the cafes I've actually been to, and I can share my own experiences of. But these are cafes I haven't gone to, but I would still recommend them. First of all is the Hello Kitty cafe that I think opened recently. I think it was this year. It opened in Myeongdong, and not gonna lie, Myeongdong isn't my thing. If you're going to Seoul, visit Myeongdong, yes. But if you're there for any longer period of time, I think most people don't really go there. It's so overstimulating, man. Every time I've had to go there for like whatever reason, one of them was, for example, when I wanted to go to this cafe or shop. It's a struggle, man. That area stresses me out, but I will still go there for this cafe. Again, I haven't actually been to the cafe, but I went to the shop, and look, these cute postcards, I got them from the shop. Because you can visit the shop without having to visit the cafe. The cafe is on the first and second level, I think, and then the third level is the shop. I didn't go to the cafe because you had to wait. I don't think you need to pre-register for the cafe or pre-reserve it. I think you can like wait for it outside. Also, the cafe looks very cute, so you'd think maybe I want to go there. This is a cafe I would go with someone, at least personally. Believe me, I'm not a person that's like, I can't go to this place on my own, blah blah blah. I simply want to go with someone because I want someone else to take pictures of me, because this cafe has like a lot of like very nice cute picture spots, so I don't want to spend all that money without having cute pictures. So that's why I haven't been to the actual cafe. But I've been to the place and I've walked through the cafe, and I will recommend it to you because it is very cute. It's the same with my next two cafes, both very cute, but I'm not gonna go there unless I have someone else. So this one is the Sanrio Cafe in Hongdae. I also think with this one you have to pre-reserve it. But the point is the cafe is very cute, but again, I'd rather go with someone else so they can take nice pictures for me. Related to this cafe is the Cinnamon Roll Cafe in the Hongik University Egi Plaza. What are you doing if you're not going to Egi Plaza? I love that place. And so many cute art shops, shops with trinkets. But also, I'm not sure if you also have to reserve that cafe or not. There's also like a Sanrio shop right next to it, and that place is also cute. But it looks very cute, so if you can go, I would recommend going. Next to cafes, I kind of chose randomly just to like finish the spots up to number 20. Because again, I have plenty of cafes that I've been really meaning to go to. But these were like two I thought maybe would be like the most interesting. First is Well House. I'm including it because it has those Hello Kitty cookies on. Well, not cookies, I don't know the proper name of them. I would go there for the cute looking cookie. I was gonna go there, but it just didn't work out this time, but maybe next time. Next is Aqua Garden Cafe. I passed it and I was like, should I go? And I just didn't have the time to go. And also I feel like this is another place where I'd prefer to go with someone else. But if you really like aquariums, I would probably go because that's the whole kind of vibe of the place. You can sit and watch fish. I still wanted to add this. It's not a specific cafe or anything, but maid cafes. I love maid cafes. They keep opening up new maid cafes in Seoul. I feel like this is still again a newer thing in Seoul. More and more keep coming up, honestly. That's why I'm not recommending like a specific one or anything. Again, there's quite a few in Hongdae now. I will say with maid cafes, obviously your experience is not going to be the same if you don't speak Korean. I know a bit of Korean. I could wing it. And especially if you use Papago. Obviously, the key point interacting with those maids. And so again, if let's say you don't speak Korean or the maids don't speak any English, it's gonna be harder. But one of the cafes I went to, maybe because of the timing, no one was there, and I was just looking at this one maid, and we did like half Korean, half English, and also from Papago, and she was so funny. And I'm so sad I didn't have the time to take a checky with her, but I love the kilo Polaroids you take with them. So I just wanted to add that because I think like people going to Japan and Tokyo, it's a more known thing to do there. Like, oh, go to a maid cafe when you're in Tokyo. I really don't think people really consider that for Seoul at all. And especially because I do think this is like more of a newer thing. I'm so interested in to see how this will grow in Seoul because I think some of them are doing pretty well. I don't know about maid cafes, but I've gone to Lucifel, the butler cafe 5 times now. Especially that one. One is very good. The place is so pretty, man. The food I've had at the maid desserts have been good. Especially at maid cafes, I always get the waffles, and the waffles are very good, I swear, guys. Again, you have to do like the whole thing of like when your food comes, you have to like say something. I don't remember what it is. I can't take it seriously. I always laugh for the whole thing, but it's funny, and I don't know, I like it. So that was like my last note. Perhaps one day I will do like a bigger video on maid cafes and also maid cafes in Seoul, and also the butler cafe they have. Well, again, I speak specifically about Lucifer Cafe. There's other cafes with butlers there, and there's another new concept cafe that I know has opened, which looks very cool, and it opened right as I was leaving, which is what I'm saying. A lot of new ones keep coming up, and I'm so interested in how like this will develop, I guess. But this was it for my top 20 cafes in Seoul. I hope you enjoyed. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.